Over 65, 4 nuts you must eat, and 4 you should never touch. Did you know that some types of nuts can silently raise your risk of heart disease, weight gain, and even memory loss, especially if you are over 60? In this eye-opening video, we will reveal the 4 best nuts for seniors that can support your heart, brain, and overall strength. But we will also reveal the 4 worst nuts that may silently harm your body if you are not careful. One of them is so toxic that when consumed in large amounts, it can actually damage your liver, kidneys, and nervous system, and chances are it might be sitting in your kitchen right now. If you care about senior health, this countdown list will help you make smarter and safer snack and meal choices. Not all nuts are created equal, and the differences can seriously affect your health as you age. This video is packed with surprising facts, easy nutrition tips, and science-backed advice, all focused on better health and a longer, stronger life for older adults. Stay with us until the end to discover the #1 most dangerous nut and why every senior should avoid it. Do you have a favorite nut, or maybe one that does not sit well with you? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more weekly senior health tips, nutrition guidance, and natural wellness advice. 1. Flax seeds. The first nut-like food we want to mention is flax seeds. You may have heard of these tiny seeds before, but not many people know that they are packed with valuable nutrients, especially helpful for those aged 65 and older. What makes flax seeds so special is their high content of plant-based omega-3, known as ALA. This compound has powerful anti-inflammatory properties. It can help soothe sore muscles, improve blood circulation, support heart health, and especially ease chronic joint pain that many older adults face. In just 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds, you get around 1,600 milligrams of ALA. This amount of omega-3 can help regulate inflammatory responses in the body and reduce the risk of heart disease and high blood pressure. Flax seeds also contain lignans, a type of antioxidant that protects cells from damage, slows down aging, and helps the body defend itself against harmful free radicals. Interestingly, flax seeds are also very high in soluble fiber. Just 10 grams of flax seeds a day, or about 1 tablespoon, can help improve bowel movements, reduce constipation, and nourish the good bacteria in your gut. This is especially helpful for older adults who often struggle with digestive issues or long-term medication use that affects gut balance. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition published a study showing that people who regularly consumed flax seeds had significantly lower inflammation markers and a reduced risk of heart disease compared to those who did not. This is an important factor to consider for older adults. Using flax seeds is not complicated. Just make sure to grind them before eating because whole seeds are harder for the body to absorb. You can sprinkle them on your morning porridge, mix them with yogurt, or blend them into smoothies. Start with half a teaspoon a day so your digestive system can adjust, and then gradually increase to 1 full tablespoon if you feel comfortable. For people with serious digestive conditions or those on medication, it is best to consult a doctor before using flax seeds regularly. One important reminder is to store ground flax seeds in an airtight container in the fridge to prevent oxidation. If the seeds start to smell rancid or look unusual in color, stop using them immediately. Also, if you are taking blood thinners or hormone-related medications, talk to your doctor first, as flax seeds may slightly affect how your body processes certain drugs. Have you ever tried flax seeds before? If so, what is your favorite way to use them? If not, would you consider trying just a small spoonful each morning to see how your body responds? Feel free to share your experience in the comments. I would love to hear about your health journey. 2. Pumpkin seeds. Next on the list of ideal nuts and seeds for people over 65 are pumpkin seeds. These little seeds, often found in simple snack mixes, actually contain powerful nutrients that are especially beneficial for the heart, brain, and bones. In just 1 serving of about 28 grams, or a small handful, pumpkin seeds provide around 150 milligrams of magnesium. That is more than 35% of the recommended daily amount for older adults. This is important because, according to the United States National Institutes of Health, more than 60% of people over 60 are mildly to moderately deficient in magnesium without knowing it. A lack of magnesium is one of the main causes of muscle cramps, fatigue, insomnia, anxiety, and especially unexplained joint and muscle pain. Pumpkin seeds are not only rich in magnesium, they also contain zinc, iron, antioxidants, healthy omega-6 fats, and even tryptophan, an amino acid that helps support natural sleep. This explains why many people find it easier to sleep and feel more rested after eating pumpkin seeds in the evening. A study at McMaster University in Canada showed that getting zinc from natural foods like pumpkin seeds helped improve immune function and lower the risk of arthritis in older adults. Pumpkin seeds also play a key role in blood sugar control. For people with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, eating a small amount of pumpkin seeds daily may slow down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. This is due to the natural fiber and healthy fats in the seeds. As a result, they help reduce sudden hunger, support weight control, and keep energy levels more stable throughout the day. Additionally, pumpkin seeds are an easy-to-digest source of plant-based protein, which is great for older adults with weaker digestion. With about 7 grams of protein per 28 grams of seeds, you can easily add them to snacks to support your muscle strength without needing to eat too much animal meat or take protein supplements. Pumpkin seeds are very simple to use. You can eat them directly if they have been roasted and are unsalted, or you can add them to porridge, salads, bread, or yogurt. To save time, you can buy pre-shelled seeds, but make sure they are plain and not seasoned. Store them in an airtight container in a dry place. It is best to eat around 1 to 2 tablespoons per day and drink enough water to support digestion and nutrient absorption. If you are taking diuretics or blood pressure medications, let your doctor know before increasing your intake of pumpkin seeds. This is because the high levels of potassium and magnesium in the seeds could mildly affect how these medications work. However, for most healthy older adults, pumpkin seeds are a safe, tasty, and highly beneficial option. Have you ever tried eating pumpkin seeds as a snack? If not, try a small handful in the afternoon or after a light dinner and see how your body feels. You might be surprised to find that your back pain and joint stiffness slowly start to ease over time. 3. Walnuts. In the list of the best nuts for senior health, walnuts hold a special place. You may have heard someone call walnuts food for the brain. That is not just a coincidence. If you look closely at a walnut after it has been shelled, you will notice that it looks like 2 brain hemispheres. And interestingly, this visual match is supported by science. Walnuts are rich in a type of plant-based omega-3 fat called ALA, which stands for alpha-linolenic acid, in 28 grams, or about 7 to 9 walnut halves. You get nearly 2.5 grams of ALA. That is a significant amount, especially for seniors, because omega-3 helps reduce inflammation, supports the structure of nerve cell membranes, improves brain signal transmission, and helps stabilize mood. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors over 65 who ate walnuts daily for 8 weeks showed noticeable improvements in focus, memory, and reaction speed compared to those who did not eat them. Walnuts also contain powerful antioxidants called polyphenols that can cross the blood-brain barrier and directly protect brain tissue from oxidative damage. This type of damage is a major factor in memory loss and age-related conditions like Alzheimer's disease. Walnuts also contain melatonin, a rare nutrient in nuts. Melatonin is the hormone that naturally helps regulate sleep. As we age, our melatonin levels decline, making it harder to fall asleep or stay asleep through the night. Many older adults have shared that eating walnuts in the evening helps them fall asleep more easily and reduces nighttime waking. But the benefits of walnuts do not stop with the brain. Walnuts are also a friend to your heart. They contain arginine, an amino acid that helps improve blood flow. Combined with healthy unsaturated fats, walnuts help relax blood vessel walls, reduce blood pressure, and support overall heart function. With regular consumption, walnuts may help reduce the buildup of plaque in the arteries and lower the risk of heart attack or stroke, especially for people with high blood pressure. Using walnuts is not complicated. You can eat 5 to 9 walnut halves daily, preferably in the morning or afternoon. Avoid eating them too close to bedtime so your digestive system can rest. If you notice a slightly bitter taste, that is normal. The brown skin on walnuts contains a high level of antioxidants. You can combine walnuts with soft fruits, yogurt, or crush them to mix into porridge. A small note: walnuts spoil easily because they contain a lot of healthy oils. Store them in a sealed container in a cool place or in the refrigerator. If you have weak teeth, dentures, or dental issues, consider chopping or crushing them before eating to avoid choking. Have you tried eating walnuts regularly? If not, why not start today? See how your body responds after a few weeks. You might be pleasantly surprised by sharper memory, a calmer mood, and easier sleep each night. 4. unsalted roasted cashews. The fourth type of nut that people over 65 should consider adding to their daily diet is unsalted roasted cashews. Although not as famous as walnuts or almonds when it comes to nutrition, cashews offer many surprising benefits, especially when selected carefully and used the right way. In every 28 grams of cashews, you get about 9 grams of carbohydrates, 5 grams of protein, nearly 80 milligrams of magnesium, and 6 milligrams of iron. These are essential nutrients that help produce energy, maintain muscle strength, and prevent chronic fatigue, which are common issues among older adults. Cashews also contain monounsaturated fats, similar to the healthy fats found in olive oil. These fats help improve good cholesterol and reduce bad cholesterol, which is a key factor in protecting heart health. Another special feature of cashews is that they are softer and easier to chew compared to many other types of nuts. This makes them especially suitable for seniors who have weak teeth, dentures, or difficulties chewing hard foods. For this reason, cashews are a great alternative to harder nuts, while still providing excellent nutrition. In addition, cashews contain tryptophan, an amino acid that helps the body produce serotonin, a brain chemical related to mood, sleep, and a sense of well-being. When eaten in the afternoon or evening in small amounts, cashews not only provide gentle energy, but also support sleep and improve emotional balance. A study from Tufts University found that people who ate unsalted cashews daily for about 4 weeks saw mild improvements in blood pressure, mental alertness, and a longer feeling of fullness. This helps reduce unhealthy late-night snacking, which is important for seniors managing weight and blood sugar. However, you should pay attention to how cashews are prepared. Choose dry roasted, unsalted cashews without added spices. Air roasted or lightly baked cashews are the best. Avoid deep-fried or highly processed versions that contain too much salt, as they can increase blood pressure and put extra strain on the heart, liver, and kidneys. You can eat about 10 to 15 cashews per day as a mid-morning or mid-afternoon snack. To change things up, you can chop them and sprinkle them on porridge, mix into rice balls, or use as a topping for yogurt or green salads. If you are watching your weight or have kidney problems, consult your doctor to determine the best portion size for you. Have you ever tried unsalted cashews as a main snack between meals? If you are already used to other types of nuts, this could be a gentle yet effective change, easy to digest, kind to the heart, good for the brain, and supportive of your muscles. Cashews are a great companion in the daily meal plan of older adults. While some nuts offer great health benefits for older adults, there are others that may seem harmless but can quietly have negative effects. 1. Peanuts. Peanuts are commonly used in many households, whether as snacks or in stir-fried dishes. But in fact, peanuts are not true nuts. They belong to the legume family. And because of this, peanuts carry certain hidden risks that are often overlooked. The first and most important concern is contamination by a toxin called aflatoxin. This toxin is produced by mold that naturally grows in improperly stored foods, especially legumes, grains, and peanuts. Aflatoxin has been studied for its potential to harm the liver and even increase the risk of cancer when it builds up in the body over time. This is especially dangerous for older adults because the liver's ability to detoxify naturally decreases with age. As a result, harmful substances can accumulate more easily in the body. Besides the risk of contamination, peanuts are also high in omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6 is an essential fat, consuming too much of it without enough omega-3 creates an imbalance in the body. This imbalance can lead to chronic inflammation. For seniors, this often shows up as joint pain, muscle stiffness, or unexplained fatigue. Peanuts also contain proteins that can trigger allergic reactions. This is not only a concern for people with known allergies, but also for older adults whose immune systems have weakened over time. These reactions may include itching, rashes, breathing difficulties, chest tightness, or diarrhea, especially when large amounts are consumed regularly. Another concern is for people taking blood-thinning medications. Many are not warned that peanuts contain vitamin K, which may interfere with the effectiveness of these drugs. We should also mention peanut butter, which is often thought to be a healthy choice. However, many commercial peanut butters contain added salt, sugar, vegetable oils, and preservatives. These added ingredients can be harmful to heart health, blood pressure, and blood sugar levels. Even natural peanut butters are not always a good choice if consumed too frequently. Another issue with peanuts is how easily they can become rancid if not stored properly. when the oils in peanuts are oxidized. They create harmful free radicals that damage cells and speed up the aging process. This might explain why some people feel more tired or experience more aches and pains after eating peanuts regularly for a few months. If you often eat peanuts as a snack, now may be a good time to reconsider. You do not have to give them up completely, but try reducing the frequency and replacing them with healthier nuts like walnuts or flax seeds. And if you are taking medication for heart conditions, blood pressure, or blood thinning, it is important to talk to your doctor before continuing to eat peanuts every day. Are peanuts currently a part of your regular diet? Have you noticed any changes in your health after reducing or removing them? If so, please share your experience. It may help others make better choices for their own health. 2. Seasoned roasted nuts. If peanuts are a hidden trap in your eating habits, then seasoned roasted nuts are the sneaky troublemakers that easily fool your taste buds with their delicious smell and strong flavors. These days, it is easy to find nuts flavored with BBQ, spicy seasoning, cheese, honey, or even sweet caramel in supermarkets and convenience stores. They often come in attractive packaging and seem like fancy snack options. But behind the flavor is a long list of health risks, especially for those over 65. The first issue is salt content. In just one average-size pack of flavored nuts, the amount of salt can range from 200 to 400 milligrams per serving. That is nearly 1/5 of the recommended daily salt limit for seniors. Eating salty nuts too often can raise your blood pressure and put stress on your heart and blood vessels. For people who already have heart conditions or high blood pressure, this can make the situation harder to control, even with medication. Besides salt, these flavored nuts are usually processed by deep frying in oil at high temperatures or roasted and then coated with heavy layers of seasoning. These seasonings often contain sugar, monosodium glutamate, food coloring, preservatives, or artificial flavors. Each ingredient may be allowed in small amounts, but over time, regular consumption can increase the risk of chronic inflammation, harm the liver and kidneys, and even disrupt blood sugar control. These effects can make joint pain worse and increase full body aches and fatigue without a clear reason. Another risk is that flavored nuts can change your taste preferences. Eating salty, sweet, or spicy nuts regularly can dull your taste buds. As a result, natural foods like steamed vegetables, brown rice porridge, or plain boiled dishes may start to feel bland or boring. This can lead to eating fewer vegetables and less fiber, slowing down digestion and making constipation worse, a problem already common among seniors. Many people also believe that because these are nuts, they must be healthy, but in fact, the calories in one small bag of flavored nuts can be as high as 300 or 400. If you eat them with tea or coffee or while watching TV, you might finish the whole bag without even realizing it. This is one of the fastest ways to gain weight, lose control of blood sugar, and raise cholesterol levels, especially dangerous for people with chronic conditions. If you love eating nuts, the best choice is to go for plain, unsalted, dry roasted nuts in small amounts. If you are used to strong flavors, you can slowly reduce how often you eat seasoned nuts and gradually shift toward plain options like pumpkin seeds, unsalted cashews, or ground flax seeds with meals. Do you know how many times a week you eat flavored nuts? Try stopping for just 1 week and replacing them with natural nuts. You might find your taste buds calming down, your sleep improving, and your body feeling lighter. Give it a try and feel the difference from the inside out. 3. Unlabeled packaged nuts. There is a habit that seems convenient but actually carries many hidden health risks, especially for people over 65. That is the habit of buying and eating packaged nuts that have no clear origin, weak labeling, or missing important information such as expiration dates and storage instructions. At small grocery stores, traditional markets, or even from street vendors, it is common to find bags of nuts that look attractive but may hide dangers that most people easily overlook. The first and most serious concern is food safety. Nuts naturally contain a lot of healthy fats, but if they are not stored properly, they can become moldy or oxidized, producing harmful substances like peroxide or aflatoxin. Aflatoxin is a toxic mold compound that the World Health Organization classifies as a potential cancer-causing substance. For older adults, the body's ability to eliminate toxins becomes weaker over time. This means that harmful substances can build up silently and cause damage to the liver, kidneys, or even lead to memory problems and long-term fatigue. Another issue is that many of these packaged nuts are repeatedly fried in cheap oil that is not replaced regularly. Old or reused oil can create harmful compounds that increase inflammation and negatively affect blood vessels, hormones, and the nervous system. These harmful effects do not show up immediately, but build up slowly. That is why many seniors may not realize that their joint pain, headaches, or unstable blood pressure may be made worse by their daily snacks. One more hidden problem is the amount of salt and sugar in these packaged nuts. Some of these products do not list all ingredients, but are often coated with salt to improve taste. Most people do not notice this, but if eaten daily, the sodium intake can easily exceed healthy levels for seniors. This increases the risk of high blood pressure, swelling in the hands and feet, or poor sleep. In addition, many of these nuts contain preservatives or flavoring agents to make them last longer. Even though these additives are used in small amounts, if not properly controlled, they can irritate the digestive tract and lead to bloating, gas, or reduced nutrient absorption in older adults. Another important issue is that these unlabeled packaged nuts often do not come with traceable packaging or clear usage instructions. That means you have no way of knowing how long they have been on the shelf, whether they still contain nutrients, or if they have already been contaminated with mold or other toxins. So if you often buy loose or unlabeled nuts just because they are cheap or convenient, it is time to think again. Your health is worth more than saving a few small bills each day. The better choice is to buy plain, unflavored nuts from trusted brands with full labeling, clear expiration dates, and moisture-proof packaging that has been stored in a cool and clean environment. Have you ever had mild stomach pain, bloating, or indigestion after eating these types of packaged nuts? If so, your body might have been reacting to leftover chemicals or poor storage. Just by switching to nuts with verified origin, you may feel a clear difference in just a few days. Let your body receive only what is clean, pure, and truly nourishing. 4. Sunflower seeds roasted in oil or with shells. Sunflower seeds are a familiar snack for many people, often enjoyed during conversations, while watching movies, or with a cup of tea. However, once you reach age 65 or older, this type of seed is something you may want to limit, especially if it is roasted in oil or still has its hard shell. The first reason is that most sunflower seeds sold on the market today are roasted in oil at high temperatures to make them crispy. This process not only destroys many of the natural nutrients in the seeds, but also alters the fats inside. As a result, your body ends up absorbing a large amount of oxidized fat, which is one of the hidden causes of chronic inflammation. This inflammation may worsen joint pain, swelling, or muscle stiffness, problems that many older adults already experience. Moreover, the oil used for roasting is often cheap and sometimes reused multiple times in industrial production. Regularly eating seeds roasted in such oil may raise your risk of high cholesterol, fatty liver, or long-term digestive issues without you even noticing. For seniors who already have heart disease or high blood pressure, this habit may silently make their condition worse and harder to control. Besides the oil, the shell of sunflower seeds also presents a risk that should not be ignored. The hard outer shell usually needs to be cracked using the teeth. Over time, this can wear down enamel, cause tooth breakage, or loosen the gums. This is especially dangerous for people with dentures, crowns, or weak gums. There have even been cases where older adults develop jaw pain, gum inflammation, or accidentally swallowed sharp pieces of shell, which were difficult to treat in time. Many people also chew the shell and swallow part of it without realizing that the shell cannot be digested. If it builds up in the stomach or intestines, it may damage the lining and cause stomach pain, bloating, or even mild intestinal blockage. This risk is higher for people with weak digestion or those who have had abdominal surgery in the past. Another issue is that sunflower seeds are often sprinkled with salt or seasoning to enhance the flavor. This adds to the sodium content of the diet without most people noticing. Just one small handful of salted sunflower seeds may contain 300 to 500 milligrams of sodium, enough to raise blood pressure slightly after a meal, especially if eaten with other salty dishes. The best way to enjoy sunflower seeds, if you truly like them, is to choose ones that are already shelled, dry roasted without oil, and without added salt. Even then, it is best to eat them in small amounts, no more than 1 tablespoon per day, and chew thoroughly to support digestion. Have you ever experienced bloating, indigestion, or sensitive teeth after eating sunflower seeds? If so, try taking a break from them for a week and switch to softer, more digestible nuts like unsalted cashews or pumpkin seeds. Sometimes, just one small change can help your body feel more comfortable and at ease each day. So we have now gone through 8 types of nuts and seeds. 4 of them should be eaten regularly to support muscle strength, protect the heart, boost memory, and slow down aging. And 4 should be limited to avoid hidden risks to your liver, kidneys, blood pressure, and digestive system. You might be surprised to learn that just a few small seeds added to your daily snacks can make such a big difference for your health after age 65. But it is true. Nutrition often starts with the simplest choices. You do not have to change everything in one day. You do not have to give up the foods you once loved completely. Start with just one small step. Maybe that step is replacing a flavored seed mix with a handful of dry roasted pumpkin seeds. Or maybe it is stirring a spoonful of ground flax seeds into your morning porridge. It could be as simple as skipping that salty fried peanut snack and choosing a few soft walnut halves instead. Each of these choices, though small, is a steady step forward on the path to living stronger, healthier, and more independently in your later years. And if you are still unsure where to begin, just listen to your body. The stiffness in your knees, the tired feeling when you wake up, or the bloating after a meal. These are gentle signals from within. Your body may be telling you that it needs more care, more kindness, and more wisdom in how it is nourished. I hope that after this video, you feel more inspired and empowered to choose what truly supports your health. These tiny seeds, when chosen wisely, can become a powerful source of vitality to help you live well, stay active, and maintain your balance through every stage of aging. If you found these insights helpful, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you do not miss the next helpful tips. And I would love to hear from you. Are you already eating any of the nuts on this list? Have you ever switched from one type of nut to another and noticed how your body responded? Please leave a comment and share your story with us. I am always here to listen to your health journey. Wishing you continued strength, peace of mind, and full control over the challenges that come with aging. See you in the next video.